Hey guys, follow me on my Instagram at Auto Reviewer to never ever miss any recent updates, and also turn on the post notification so that you are notified whenever I publish a post. Before we get on with this video, I would like to give a huge shout out to the Sagar Motors Tata showroom situated in Noida for helping me out with this shoot. And I'd suggest if you have any queries regarding their cars, please feel free to drop them a call or visit the showroom. They'll be happy to help you. I'll leave all the details in the description. Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. So today in my hand is the key for the Tata Punch. This car has been newly launched in India at a starting price of rupees
5.5 lakhs
and it ranges up to rupees
9.8 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi.
Straight up, I'd like to say the Tata has aced its design language by this car. This car comes mated with a 5-speed manual transmission as well as an automatic, but the particular variant which I have right now is the manual variant. So let me open the engine bay and show how it is over there. So for that you just need to step into the cabin and pull it. So you need to pull this lever over here, and now so this is how the engine bay of Tata Punch looks like. The engine bay is quite compact as it is a 1.2 litre petrol engine and it produces 83 PS of power and 113 Newton meter of torque. It also gets this insulation for the engine as well, because when I start the car you'll hear that the engine is not that refined, but because of this insulation you get over here on the top, it is minimal. So let me close this bay. So let us start from the front, and before we start I would like to say that this car has plenty of tri-arrow star patterns visible on the outside as well as on the inside. So from the front, the first thing which you notice is this piano black finish for the grille with the Tata logo at the center. You get this chrome finish for the humanity line. This is what the Tata calls it. So it gets this indicator over here which is not an LED since it gets a bulb, and this is the LED DRL. So let me show how that works. It is something like this. So you get this white light for the LED DRLs, and coming down you notice this is a projector setup for the high beam as well as the xenon lamp for the low beams. And further down you notice this is the fog lamp which has the cornering function as well. So the front of this car looks very SUV-ish like, all thanks to this black colored bumper skid plate of a thing which gets this tri-arrow pattern right over here as well as a tri-arrow pattern right over here, and it is made because to expose the horn so that the horn could be heard louder. All in all, this car has been launched with 4 variants. The base variant being the Pure, then comes the Adventure, then is the Accomplished, and the one over with me is the Creative. So talking about the dimensions of this car is longer and wider and having a longer wheelbase in its segment. So for clarity, the length of this car is approximately 3.8 meters, you see over here, and the ground clearance is 187 mm. So it is quite nice. The wheelbase of this car is close to 2.5 meters. So it is a very good thing. The width is approximately 1.742 meters and the height is 1.6 meters approximately. From safety point of view, I would like to say with great honor that this car has scored 5-star in the global NCAP rating, and it is a huge deal for us Indians because this is Tata, our Indian home brand, and the build quality is awesome. and it has been proved from the global NCAP as well. Apart from the 5-star rating, it gets dual front airbags, ABS and EBD. It also gets the reverse parking camera. It gets this cornering fog lamp features, auto headlamps and rain sensing wipers as well. Now let us head over to the side to see what it offers from the side. So straight away I would like to say this car, because of its huge ground clearance and added this black cladding, it gives a more SUV like finish and very rugged, tough feel. Starting from the tires, you get these 16 inches diamond cut alloy wheels, and the tire profile is 195/60 R16. This car gets front disc brakes, and let me see if it gets for the rear as well. No, it gets the drum brakes for the rear, not disc brakes. You get dual tone finish for the ORVM as well as the roof. You get indicator on the ORVMs, body colored door handles with request sensor only on the driver's side. You get the C pillar which is finished in black so as to give this car a floating roofline look. You also get this Maruti Suzuki Swift and Chevrolet Beat or Spark inspired hidden door handles for the rear passengers. You also get a normal long antenna for this car which can be bent down. So coming to the rear, you notice this car looks very gorgeous from the back, all thanks to this tri-arrow LED reverse brake light. You get this in LED. The indicator however is not LED, it has a bulb inside, so it is a halogen. Same for the reverse parking light. You get the reverse fog light over here covered by this tri-arrow pattern. This car also gets 2 reverse parking sensors as well as a reverse parking camera which is very nicely integrated inside its rear. So it also gets this Tata badging around, the punch written over here, and you also get this rear wiper with rear washer over here, a rear mounted fog lamp, and if you can see over here you also get this Rhino which is for the animation when the wiper is working. Cool, isn't it? And also you also get this vocal for local sticker basically for all Tata Motors cars. Now let us straight away open the boot of this car. For that you have this button over here and it has a magnetic boot opener. So straight away I would like to say that this car for this segment is having a decent amount of storage. It is approximately 366 liters of storage, and for further extending the storage you have this bench seat option which you can topple down. So yeah, actually it has buttons for both the sides, but it will be difficult for me to record from one hand and push the button, so I have already retracted the buttons. So this is how you can increase the boot space of this car. You get this partial shelf over here, and you get a hook over here, same a hook over here. You get a toolkit over here. Now let us see what's the spare tire like. So for that you have this to hold on to, and it is quite difficult. Yeah, so you get this spare tire which is not of course an alloy. It is of the configuration 185/70 R15 and it is a steel wheel. So let me close the boot. So there are 2 light placements over here and a handle to hold on to close the boot. Yeah. So now let us straight away head to the rear seats and see what the space over there is like. And before that you get a fuel tank over here which is of the capacity 37 liters. So now let me open this door. Okay, so now let me push back the seat up. Yeah, don't mind the plastics. So what you get over here, first of all, this car is based on the Alpha architecture which is same as that seen in Tata Altros. So you get these 90-degree opening wide doors, like kudos. So the getting inside and outside will be a seamless job. It also gets Isofix child seat mounts at the rear, which is quite good for this car at this price point. You get this white finish plastic over here, the power window switch over here. This is silvery finish for the door handles. This is for the lock. You get a massive bottle opener over here. This is the speaker. This car gets 4 speakers and 2 tweeters. And now let me get inside. So now I'm closing the door. So you can hear the thud for yourself. It is quite heavy. So I'm 6 foot 4 inches, and currently this seat in front of me is set to the farthest position, and this seat over here is set to my driving position. So you can see the difference over here, and currently in my row I have enough knee room, plenty of leg room to stretch my legs, and I would say I have just about adequate headroom. So now this car over here, when you come over here, you notice that it doesn't even get the rear AC vents, nor does it get the rear charging socket, but it gets this a kind of a storage space to keep your mobile phone. And it also gets a center armrest over here, like of course it should have, because it doesn't even get the center headrest, so there it is mandatory to have the center armrest. And yeah, it is missing the twin cup holders, but not to worry, it is quite comfortable. So I would say that the floor is quite flat over here, so 3 people can easily sit, but since it's not that wide, so 2 adults and 1 kid can sit over here, and there will be no intrusion for his leg room or knee room, I would say. And apart from that, you get seat belts for the rear passenger as well. You get seat belts for the front passenger, but these are not height adjustable seat belts. Tata should have done these height adjustable. You get a handle over here to hold on to, a hook to hang your clothes, and same over there. The rear passenger doesn't even get the light placement, as you see. So there is only one light placement, that is for the front. And this is how the dashboard, the front cabin of the Tata Punch looks like. It is quite quirky, I would say. Now let us jump to the front row. Thanks to this wide opening doors, it is very easy for me, someone who is so tall, to get outside and inside of this car. Closing this door. Now I would like to say that this car has 4 variants, as I have spoken about, but if you want to purchase the lower end variants and have some another features from the top end variants, you can do that even. So if you opt for the base 2 variants, which is the Pure as well as the Adventure, there is a pack called as the Rhythm pack for the base 2 variants, and by opting for that pack you can have or avail the features which are offered in the Accomplished or the Creative variant for the Tata Punch. And if you come to buy the Accomplished variant, which is the second from the top, and you desire to have some features from the top end trim, which is the Creative one over here, so you can opt for the Dazzle pack. It will allow you to get the features from this Creative pack into your Accomplished pack. So this flexibility which Tata has given is quite commendable. Let us get to the front row seats. I am just too impressed with this 90-degree door openings. And before we get into over here, I'd like to tell you that from over here, if you see, this door is 90-degree open, and the car now takes so much of space, I would say, because of this door. And what happens if I open this door as well? It is like a huge truck, maybe a small truck taking the same size. Now let us get back to the front of this car. So on the door you notice the silver finish for the door handle. So you get ORVM controls right over here, and this is an auto foldable ORVM. So if I press this button, the ORVMs will eventually open from inside as well. This is quite a good feature, much needed feature in today's times. You get this 4 power window switches, and the driver window gets the auto down function, not auto up, so you can one touch auto down, you can just click it and just see the window roll down. But to roll up the window, you have to constantly hold it like this. You also get the massive door pocket for the bottles as well, and nice, this car gets this umbrella holder as well. Kudos to you, Tata Motors. Now let us get inside. So before entering inside, this is how the front cabin looks like. You get this blue upholstery, which is plastic actually, around the AC vents, around the gear knob, and this white interior over here. The steering is also very nice. You get proper dead pedal over there, the clutch, brake and accelerator over here. You get this push start and stop button, this auto function over here, and this auto function is not available in the automatic variant. It is only available in the creative variant with manual transmission. So now let me get inside. Let me close the door. Proper third, and now close the indicator. Okay, so this is how the steering looks like. It looks and feels quite nice. It gets this leather stitching over here. You get the audio controls for your 7-inch infotainment display right over here. These controls are for the multi-information display, which is also 7 inches, and you also get this cruise control over here, which is like very good for a car of this segment. So you get the tachometer over here, the fuel range meter over here, and the speedometer over here. You get this part digital instrument display, cluster display for your trip details and whatnot. You also get the automatic headlamps, rain sensing wipers, this 7-inch infotainment display. The AC vents are placed right over here. This is for the emergency lights. And going down, you see these controls are for the climate control. And going down, you notice this is a USB port over here, a 12-volt charging socket. This port can work as a charger or even a Android Auto or Apple CarPlay port as well. You get a compartment over here where you can keep your keys maybe and or phones. You get the manual gearbox with this blue accented plastics right around itself, a manual handbrake, twin cup holders over here. There is no center armrest, and you also get another 12-volt power socket right over here. As I'm sitting in this car, I can say for sure that the quality of this car doesn't feel that cheap. Like, I know this is also hard plastic, this is also hard plastic, this is also hard plastic, but the feel and finish of this car is quite nice. You have this floating display over here. This is the inside rear view mirror, which is not auto dimming. However, you get the light placement right over here. This is the switch for that. You get sun visor for the passenger, which has the mirror, not any light. And coming to the driver side, you get a sun visor with the no mirror and no light placement. In fact, it has this toll receipt holder over here. You get the handle to hold on to for the passenger, but not for the driver. Okay, apart from that, let me show you how this car reverse parking camera looks like. Let me start the car. Now if I put this car in reverse, you see this is how the reverse camera looks like, and it has this adaptive guideline as well. See, nice touch. So to sum up my walk around, I'd just say a few words for conclusion, and let me get outside for that. So a hatchback, basically this is a hatchback. Yeah, you would laugh, but yes, it's an hatchback, and a hatchback with SUV pretensions these days isn't unusual. But this Tata Punch differentiates itself from the tribe with some of its attributes you'd actually associate with an SUV, proper SUV. Like, it has this exceptionally high seating for the passengers, as well as commendable ground clearance for it to be a hatchback. it is stylish from outside, there is no denial, and very cheerful from inside. It has adequate features and above all feels very value for money if you opt for this accomplished variant with the Dazzle pack. That's about it, and do tell me in the comments now what are your thoughts about this Tata Punch. And if you like this video, show some love, press that like button and hit the subscribe button if you want to watch some more content from my channel, and I'll be forever ready and bringing you content every week. So yeah, do share, like, comment and subscribe.